stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Round 2. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, folks. That's what I'm just going to start calling people now. I'm just going to call them folks. Right? The way it covers the him, her pronouns and stuff. Right? Somebody will probably get angry about that. Why am I going to talk about anger? Because it kills more people. Right? And I put a question mark after that for a reason. Because I see plenty of normal people with a very big anger problem. Right? So, all right. If you are here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch, I would appreciate it. So, went to a live meeting. That was nice. It was refreshing. It was refreshing. It's always different, and I'm feeling very energized by it. And God he was very insistent I go to that meeting today, so I did. And so there was a newcomer in there, and he was saying I have 57 days, and I did a little golf clap for him. Another person kind of clapped. And somebody in the group turned around and said, "Don't clap." We're, as human beings, we're reactionary, right? And I had a reaction. My reaction was, I'll clap if I want to. And, but here's what it comes down to, is it kind of ticked me off. Why? So I don't like it when people tell me what to do. So what's going through my mind while I'm going to speak? I'm going to say how I love to celebrate recovery and done it. Nah. Mm-mm. And I stopped. I said, God, please remove me from this so that if I speak, it is your words coming through, not mine. Because, yeah, I'm too focused on that, right? And that's exactly what happened. I let God take control so that I could stay on topic and do what it is that I need to do. See, I don't know what that person's going through, right? So if you want to turn around and poke the bear, then you're probably going to get something in return that you really didn't like or you really didn't appreciate. And you show me a man, I'm going to show you an anger problem. We all have it. And the thing is anger will kill you. It'll kill you. Why are the reasons that we get angry? Usually because somebody is doing something that we don't appreciate. Hey, Paula, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. So we're either going to get offended by something somebody does, or maybe somebody says something and because I wasn't included in it. Right? Are you okay? Nothing wrong with that, Paula. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. If I don't cover it here, I'm more than happy to get on the phone with you too. So anger for us really comes back to selfishness and self-centeredness, right? And that is the root of our problem. It was the root of my problem. I was selfish about everything, and I had to learn how to become unselfish. And this is what took away my anger. Oh, I had an anger problem. You bet. I don't, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't like that person. I don't like that part of Dion. It scares me because when I get like that, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's not much different than being if I'm in rage mode, I might as well be drinking because that's the person that's going to come out because I'm used to that person. I've been spending time with. I've spent my whole life with them, right? And it's really hard to take that anger and switch it around because we want to fight against our anger. And guess what that's going to do? It's going to make it worse. What we actually need to do is stop fighting. It brings it, the big book brings it up a lot that we have to stop fighting, including ourselves. Okay? Just put away the fucking boxing gloves, man. I know Bugs Bunny said fight fire with fire, but he was wrong. Look what happened. Everybody got screwed. Thank you, Acme. I'm going to read out of page 62. Selfishness, self-centeredness, that we think is the root of our troubles. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. Sometimes they hurt us seemingly without provocation. But we invariably find that at some time in the past, we have made decisions based on self, which later place us in a position to be hurt. And we do that a lot to ourselves. Well, where we got some big deal coming up, it's going to be tomorrow. So tonight I party and I bring it all down around me. See, I was addicted to drama also. The drama that was my life. I felt it kept it interesting. And what I was really doing was hurting other people, is what I was doing, and myself. Hey, Jerry, it's good to see you. Okay. As long as Ellie's not listening, I can swear, right? Well, then that means we got Paula, Jerry, Gary, Mike, Stephanie, and Shannon on. So we do this to ourselves, and not even alcohol, not just alcoholics and addicts, but I see normal people do this to themselves also, and it usually has to do with some kind of trauma. We make the mistake of seeking we're seeking our own happiness in other people, right? And when we're angry and somebody confronts us on that anger, if not done correctly, I don't know that there's really there's not necessarily an incorrect way to do it. It really is the other person, the person that has the anger problem. And then what I would do is just get pissed off because I have an anger problem. Well, it's not what you're saying, it's your tone, Dion. God, that used to just drive me fucking crazy. What, can't you see what I actually mean? It was my tone. See, I can change my tone right now. I sound a lot more serious, huh? So our troubles, we think, are basically of our own making. They arise out of ourselves, and the alcoholic is a perfect example of self-will run riot. Though he usually doesn't think so. Above everything, we alcoholics must be rid of this selfishness. We must, or it kills us. And it will. It will kill you. If not by the bottle, then it'll be a heart attack or a stroke. My anger gave me a heart attack at 42. I'm almost 52 now. And there often seems no way of entirely getting rid of self without his aid. Many of us had moral and philosophical convictions galore. Yeah, we did, but we couldn't. It's going to say it next. We can't live up to those fucking demands that we place on ourselves. They are unreachable most times. And then when I don't get it, it gives me the perfect excuse to continue my shitty behavior, because that's really what it comes down to. It isn't really the alcohol or the other stuff. That's more trauma enforced, right? Neither could we reduce our self-centeredness, but much by wishing or trying on our own power. We had to have God's help. This is the how and why of it. I love this part, and I preach it. First of all, we had to quit playing God. You cannot believe in God if you're playing God. So stop playing God. Stop trying to control things. Stop trying to make other people do what it is that you think that they should be doing, and worry about your own shit. Because trust me, you're human. You got problems you need to work on. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, I go to therapy. I love going to therapy because it's an arena where I can let go of some things. Mm. And I really appreciate my therapist. My therapist enjoys their job and where they're working at. That's a big deal. You're going to get a lot more out of a therapist that is doing what it is that they want to do and that what they were trained for, right? So, and I used to be a CAC. See, I can't go around and say I'm a drug and alcohol counselor because that isn't up to date, right? They would come down on me. I've seen people do that, yeah, where they don't have their CAC anymore. NADAC will come down on your ass. That's actually illegal. That's like me telling people I'm a police officer. I am not. So first we had to quit playing God. It didn't work. Next, we decided hereafter in this drama of life, God was going to be our director. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Next, we decided God was going to be our director. He is the principal, and we are his agents. So take this how you want. They gave you a couple examples so that you can agree with them. That's why they're doing that. We decided he is the principal, and we are his agents. He is the father, and we are his children. Most good ideas are simple. Simple. This is a very simple, so we don't need to overcomplicate it. We don't need to make it bigger than what it actually is. It is what it is. Period. So when we keep things simple, our life becomes that way. And once you get that down, then then some of those 9-step promises start happening. Like knowing how to handle a situation that used to baffle you. Most good ideas are simple, and this concept was the keystone of the new and triumphant arc through which we pass to freedom. When we sincerely, okay, so sincerely, what does it mean? It means you mean it from your heart. It means you are willing to go to any length. So are you sincere about this? And you don't have to be sincere with me or anybody else. You got to be sincere with yourself. Okay? And that is not possible without God. Did you sincerely give up playing God? Did you sincerely do it? No. Not the first time around you didn't. I didn't. It's practice. Practice, practice, practice. I need a fan. And just like playing an instrument or becoming an athlete, okay, we have what's called muscle memory. Muscle memory is something that reacts to something that you are doing. Like when I'm playing drums, let's say I am playing just a regular 4-beat. Right? I can do anything. I can have a full conversation while doing this because I've done it so much that I don't have to think about it anymore. I just do it. Programming is the same way. Letting go, letting God. Doing these things, praying. Did you pray today? See, Most ideas are usually simple. So if there's something going on, the answer is probably pretty simple. Okay? And if you're having a hard time with it, go back to basics. Go back to steps 1, 2, and 3. Why? That's your foundation. Okay? That's your foundation, and it should be stable. When we sincerely took such a position, all sorts of remarkable things followed. Here's the third step: promises that we never talk about. We had a new employer. Being all powerful, he provided what we needed if we kept close to him and performed his work well. That right there is exactly why I'm broke and continue making it month after month. God does something. He always does. And it's not something I worry about too awfully much. Not always. There's some days that I'm human, man. There's some days when I'm like, God, come on, man. Come on. Show me the money. Show me the money. Help me help you. Established on such a footing, we became less and less interested in ourselves, our little plans and designs. More and more, we became interested. Just interested. Idea. I like what you do. Can I be a part of that? Yeah, certainly you can be. See, for that portion is about finding your passion and what it is that you want to do in this portion of the drama of life. As we felt new power flow in, as we enjoyed peace of mind, as we discovered we could face life successfully, as we became conscious of his presence, we began to lose our fear of today, tomorrow, and the hereafter. And here it is. Here's the big one. We were reborn. The meeting was on sanity, it was actually on insanity, because we don't want to be sane. Okay. And what it actually said was not what they were talking about. What it did is it opened up the room for everybody to tell their war stories. Are you okay with God restoring you to sanity? Are you okay with that? Can you grasp that? Is it okay? Because until you make that decision, guess what? You will continue doing that bullshit. That is a big mistake that people make. They continue to call themselves insane. They stay in that. That's not what we're supposed to do. That's why you still feel frustrated. It's why why little things still fucking bug you. Because you're not okay with it. You are in your comfort zone, and gosh, it is so much easier for me to deal with big heaps of drama. No, then nothing ever gets solved. Then nothing will get solved. That's like doing an amends and getting into particulars. Yeah, you remember that one time that I did well, I'm sorry for that. Mm-mm. Not one amends did I make. Did I say I'm sorry? I apologize for my past behavior. I'm not that person anymore. There it is. That's it. How you doing? Okay. It's not like they don't know. You don't need to hash that stuff out. That stuff's for your therapist, right? And for you to dump on them is even worse. Because by the time you hit the 9th step, you're solving your own damn problems, right? One of the hardest things for me to do was accept the fact that I had to take responsibility for my emotions. That was hard for me. But once I made that peculiar mental twist and went the other way, it all started to work out. because I have what's called a spiritual malady. When I got here, I was spiritually bankrupt. And the whole point of the program is for you to find your own higher power and pass the message on. All right. So watch your anger. Be aware of your anger. Once you are aware of it, then you can do something about it. Ask people for help. You will not get rid of it all by yourself. You will not. I am living proof of that. It will not work. It takes a tribe. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think Chris is hitting it. He's hitting it. I'm better than I used to be, believe it or not. Thank you. Thank you, Bible. Just becoming a better person every day. Yeah. I love this shit, man. I love recovery. I love watching people get their lives back. I really do. So I think you guys probably believe me on that by now. All right. I'm going to give you real quick. What can I do about my anger right now, Dion? 90% of your anger is keeping your damn mouth shut. Oh, I have something to say about that. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Do they need your 2 cents? Is what you're going to add going to cause more confusion or harmony? If it's going to add more confusion, and be honest with yourself on this, because it's the only way to grow. Well, I'm going to add confusion that I best keep my fucking mouth shut. All right, guys. I love you. If that didn't help, please feel free to reach out. I'm here. All right. I love you guys. Peace out and have a day. Oh,